Nice piece of pie and a slice of coffee. A slice of coffee and a cup of pie with a slice of pie and a cup of coffee. I have no idea what that powder is, where it came from, why it's here. It's quite a mystery, actually. I hate to touch it because I don't really know what the powder is. Okay, now they've got it in Patrick Mahomes bag filled with rum, Fireball, Bigfoot maybe? Okay, this group is showing you how not to act in the woods. I want to hear the wind in the trees, have my feet on the path, birds singing. Hard to do that when people are yelling and playing loud music. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Old Guy Hikes. I'm Randy, your host and guide. Today is Saturday, May 31st, 2025. Oh, real quick. There's a blue heron. Great blue heron. Sorry about that. Don't usually see them flying that close to you, and you don't usually hear their call very much. They're usually just standing down in the water. Anyway, today is Saturday, May 31st, 2025. It's 9:40 in the morning. It's about 65 degrees. It's going to be about 80 by the time I'm done. It's going to be a hot day today. Later in the afternoon, it's going to be up near 90. So I'm starting early. I am at Crowder State Park today in Missouri, just outside of Trenton, Missouri. I am doing the Tall Oaks Trail. It says it's a 3-mile loop blazed in yellow. So I don't know. There are some connecting trails I might connect over to, or I might just stick with this 3-mile loop. We're going to go counterclockwise and end up back at that lake there eventually. So thanks for coming along today. I hope this is a very pleasant hike. Of these trees. Look at that one right in the middle there. I know it's hard to tell on the screen. It's huge, and then there's one that's laying down over here that fell. One that's still standing. It's got to be 70 or 80 feet tall. Look at the size of the root ball that came up. That root ball is 12 feet tall. That's some big old trees. Hey, Mr. Squirrel. Those trees have to be 200 or 300 years old. Great little park so far for birding, including that blue heron right at the beginning. That was cool. This has been a nice, easy, pleasant trail. Very well maintained as well. It's nice and wide, so you're not brushing up against the vegetation on the sides yet. I haven't had any of that yet, really. So you know, the ticks and the poison ivy and all that isn't too much of a concern just yet. I've seen these piles of powder. That's about the 8th, 9th pile of powder I've found at the bases. Most of them are at bases of trees, but I found a couple of them just like in the middle of the trail. I have no idea what that powder is, where it came from, why it's here. A nice little creek we've been walking past for a little while. It's quite a mystery, actually. I don't see that there's any like drill holes or anything that would be like sawdust coming down from the tree itself. Here's another one. See, this is not even in a tree. This is just on the trail. What in the world? There's nothing above it. I hate to touch it because I don't really know what the powder is. Well, as far as I know, it could be pancake mix, and somebody's been hiking and they got pancake mix in their backpack and falling out of their backpack. I don't know, but I've never seen little piles of powder like that on the trail before. If anybody has any idea what it is, maybe give me an idea down below in the comments, because I have no idea. Okay, now they've got an N, whoever's putting this down. I wonder if it's just somebody marking the trail with something to be able to find their way. I mean, the trail's not hard to follow, but that was clearly an N made out of powder. So right up here somewhere, there's a connector trail over to another trail called the Thompson River Trail. Now that Thompson River Trail is something like 8 or 9 miles long. So I'm not going to do all of it, but it looks like it's made into a couple of loops. So I think I'm going to connect over and do the south loop of the Thompson River Trail. Looks like it might add two or so miles. Okay, definitely somebody purposely marking the trail with white powder. That's a arrow pointing this direction. Again, I'm not really sure why they have to mark the trail with powder. Maybe it's some kind of an activity or project some group is working on. Who knows? Very strange. The trail is plenty well marked without having to put down powder, but it ain't me, so it's not my business. I was just curious what it was. Now I think I've pretty much figured out it's just somebody marking the trail. It's gotten pretty rocky. It's been nice. I really like rocky trails. Earlier I didn't film it. It was just a couple of bags of water stashed on the side of the trail, which I don't see very much, but it's not abnormal to see water stashed on the side of the trail. Over here is another bag, Patrick Mahomes bag, filled with rum, Fireball, and right where it's stashed, they've got a SS marked on the trail. SS for, I don't know. What does the SS stand for? The Thompson Trail, its 10-mile system consists of multiple loops. We're just going to do the first loop of it. And I'll come back another day and do the other loops by themselves. I was hearing a bunch of cracking and noises down there, and I thought, oh, Bigfoot maybe? No, it's just a guy on a bike.
Go right by you.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm off the trail here. Got plenty of room for you.
Yeah, it's tough. Nice day.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thompson River Trail has been a lot of fun. It was about a half-mile switchbacks down that hill down to this creek area. None of it was very steep. It was very gentle. And this creek area has been a lot of fun. You go in and out of this mostly dry creek bed, up and down out of it. It's just really been, very fun. So the blazes have changed again to green. I believe the white with the number 2 on it was the connector trail. It was about a mile long to connect to the south loop. So I'm only doing a small portion of the south loop because I've already done a mile of that connector trail. And now I've got maybe a mile to a mile and a half of the south loop until I get back to where I started. So that's going to add about 2 to 2.5 miles to my hike, which is plenty for today. I will come back. I'm really excited now that I found that Thompson River Trail. It looks like it goes up and goes along the river on the north side. But again, that's going to be like an 8 to 10 mile loop up there, depending on which portions you do. And so I'll save that for another day. Okay, we're just about back to the trail we started on, Tall Oaks, I believe it was. And I've got a very large group of people hiking on that trail, paralleling me right now. So hopefully I can get on it ahead of them and get ahead of them. Okay, this group is showing you how not to act in the woods. They're yelling and they're playing loud music. I don't mind people having fun, really. Have a great time, have fun. But the woods aren't a party place, in my opinion. But like I said, have your fun. Let's do it a little quieter. If there were any wildlife in the area that I might be able to get them on camera, they're long gone. Okay, I think I just made it on the trail in front of them. They were literally 20 feet down the trail, and they were right there where the bag of whiskeys and rums and stuff I found earlier were. So pretty sure they're the group that's been laying this powder on the trail. Probably is some sort of a scavenger hunt, maybe. I'm sure they put the waters out and they put the whiskeys out and stuff. Some kind of a group scavenger hunt or something, who knows. Anyway, we're just about done. We got about a mile left of this trail, so I'm gonna finish her up. I don't want to sound like a hiking snob or anything. That's not what my intention. Matter of fact, the whole reason I started this channel was to show people that the outdoors is attainable and accessible to everybody. No matter what your skill level or experience level or any of that, there's places you can go and get in the outdoors. So I admire these people for, getting out and getting in the woods. But as you do it, you should learn some of the ethics and the leave no trace principles, which includes, respecting others and respecting the wildlife and all that, by not, being noisy in the woods and everything. So again, I'm admiring of people getting out. Anybody who gets out in the woods and walks, I admire, and I think it's a great thing. It can be scary for a lot of people, so that's my intention, is to show people that it's safe and it shouldn't be scary. But you should also learn to respect others and to respect the woods, to respect the environment, and save the partying, the drinking, the yelling, and the loud music for the campground when you get back, and listen to the woods as you're walking. I want to hear the wind in the trees and my feet on the path and the birds singing. It's hard to do that when people are yelling and playing loud music. Okay, so I'm just about down to the bottom. Got maybe half up to a quarter mile to go. This is going to end up being just right at 6 miles, give or take a little bit. It's been a great hike. This is a wonderful trail. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 on my Old Guy Hikes difficulty rating. Not a very hard trail at all. I wouldn't even give it a firm 3. It was probably a 2.75, but just some roots and rocks to stumble upon, but not a hard trail. Definitely accessible and fun. It was in the woods pretty much the whole time. Not a lot of views or anything like that, but definitely woodsy and fun. Lots of little ups and downs. Just a blast. So if you're from the Kansas City area, which I know a vast majority of my viewers are in the Kansas City area, this is only about an hour north of Kearney, Missouri. So if you know how long it takes you to get to Kearney, Missouri, this is just about another hour north of that. It's very nice little park to come to, easy to get to, near Trenton and Jamesport, Missouri. One of the rewards of coming to this trail is just 15 miles back west down the road is Jamesport, Missouri, which is a super popular little area for people to visit. It's a mostly Amish community. Lots of antique stores, lots of handcrafted furniture, things like that. But most importantly to me is they've got some great restaurants and bakeries and coffee shops there. So I'm going to stop in on my way home and reward myself with a nice piece of pie and a slice of coffee. Wait, a slice of coffee and a cup of pie. Wait a second. I'm going to reward myself on the way home with a slice of pie and a cup of coffee. So I've been looking forward to that all day. Anyway, thanks for coming along on my hike with me today. This was a blast. I hope to catch you out on the trail sometime real soon. Bye-bye.